signing books today. Got my own product. All them Hellraiser Honeys ones, the ones that they said that they wanted to I'm gonna start back doing that once a week, man. I'm gonna sign personal copies. Like I said, man, I'm signing copies of Hellraiser Honeys. If anybody want a copy of Hellraiser Honeys, they can tap in. I'll put you right here on the shipping list. I'm sending these joints out tomorrow. V, what's up? So man, I say, man, I might as well go live while I'm doing my little shipping. Hellraiser Honeys 3. Shout out to Cartel Publications. They've been making a lot of noise on that side of town where you at. Hellraiser Honeys, if you ain't read it. Well, y'all, most of y'all might just be getting hip to me as a internet presence or YouTube or whatever you want to call it. But this is what I started doing first. I started doing this in jail. Let me cut the music down. That's copyright free music. That's my man music. Long live MDM. Hellraiser Honeys, man, it's one of my best novels. Matter of fact, I can read the back of this one. Let me read the back of the first one to you first. You can get you one now and I send them out. They'll be there by the next week. If you're too far away, I find another way to do it. But I wrote this in prison. This is a book that kind of started a series. A lot of people have been asking about a movie for it. So what we bring together, let no man tear apart is the motto of the Hellraiser Honeys. You see the razor on the tongue, right? Like that's a real interesting story. But Vita, a young, sexy, naive girl that is Vita is young, sexy, and naive. That is until she grows tired of Samara, the leader of the comeback honeys, using her body to entertain local hustlers. When Vita refuses to play the whore, Samara reacts and kicks her out of the crew. Alone, Vita stands firm and decides she will not be pushed around, even if it means taking a few beatdowns. On the sidelines, Tia, also alone, decides she'll help Vita stand up against Samara, even though it's not her battle. Their unity starts the beginning of a new gang they call the Hellraiser Honeys. And I didn't write this blurb. I mean, this synopsis. Only two girls strong, eventually they meet up with Ice. A lot of people who read this book like this character Ice. Nicknamed because of her white skin and innocent nature, her innocence quickly disintegrates once she becomes a member of the infamous crew. Despite a few fights, the Hellraiser Honeys were only known for tucking razors in their mouths and slashing a few faces. That is until they met Tech. Under his watch, he teaches the girls a new hustle, which includes murder, mayhem, and larceny. Hustlers, ex-boyfriends, and even rappers are all targets. Even though they go harder than most men, one look under their skirts will prove they're all women. But when Vita's grandmother begs her to get out of the streets, she complies, vowing to change her life. But how can she change her life when her friends and the people that she calls family maintain a strong hold on her? Take a journey with Vita, T, and Ice as they rip through the streets of DC, cruising through the city of New York, and they land in Los Angeles, Hollywood, on the scene of another mission. Hellraiser Honeys reads like a fast-paced car chase. This novel is one to die for, one bloody slice at a time. Shout out to Cartel Publishers and T Style. Shout out to Jason Poole. My man Jason Poole, my man Jason Poole, he got a book called Victoria's Secret, Larceny. He had a deal with Triple Crown Publications. This book is kind of old, but the series has been revived. So if y'all don't really know about the urban book or the hood book phase, or at least the resurgence of it, because urban fiction is not a new thing. But back in like the early 2000s, there was a big influx of urban writers, and Triple Crown, they was kind of like the Death Row Records of urban books. And Jason Poole, which is a partner of mine, a homie of mine, he had a deal with Vicky Stringer, Shannon Holmes. They had ran Triple Crown Publications. For real, Triple Crown Publication might have been the Death Row of the book game. You know what I mean? It eventually fell off. I might do a story on that. But Jason Poole and T Styles linked up, and T Styles has Cartel Publication. I have two books on there. She gave me the rights back to this story, so I published Hellraiser Honeys 3 under my own company, Fast Lane Entertainment. But Jason Poole basically got me a book deal while I was in prison, and my book came out with Cartel Publications, man. But let me put the cash app on here just in case somebody wanna order a book, an autographed copy while I'm signing the copies of these joints. You got to teach me how to write a book. You already got it. Let me see. Put this cash app in here. I know I typed that way too fast. All right, so that'll work right there. Eyone Williams, that's my cash app if you want to get a signed copy of Hellraiser Honeys. You want to get a signed copy of Hellraiser Honeys while I'm streaming and signing books. Yeah, E, there we go. Okay. He said, I'm gonna order one Friday, bro. V, you always support the home team, bro. Anything you got going on, I'm gonna support that. Yep. Gotta put V on fast lane. Yeah, so I'm now signing Hellraiser Honeys 2 for Sarah, who's been waiting for her book for a while. Some type of way her book got caught up in that holiday mix. So I ain't gonna blame it on Amazon. I apologize. I took the beat. But Sarah, if you're looking, I'm sending you a whole nother set. So you might get two sets. Just to make sure you know that, man, I love, man, those that support me. Shout out to Sir. You got one coming, okay? This Hellraiser Honeys 2. You got to read this in the collection. All right, this is what the synopsis on this book says. It says, "Behold, a new king of streetlit has arrived." That's what they was calling me. Vita comes back with a fury when her newly wedded husband, Momo, is shot in a high-speed car chase. Overcome with grief and anger, she's emotionally empty, like a clip from the gun she used to get away from the safety of the police. As Vita, Tia, and Bloody think their next moves out, Styles plans his revenge on Vita for being wrongfully accused of kidnapping Momo, and he doesn't care who he has to smoke to get satisfaction. But he's in it for a fight for the long haul. The promises, the disappointments, the deaths all leave Vita reckless. Hellraiser Honeys 2 brings back the old introductions and the new in the blazing sequel that will not disappoint. Hellraiser Honeys 2. Hop on a plane, read it on your lunch break. You know what I mean? This is one of my better, more creative books. Hellraiser Honeys 2. Just signed that for you, sir, if you're looking. And then I switched the script for Hellraiser Honeys 3. You said with the black and red, the more my style. Read the back of this one to you. I wrote this synopsis, not the publisher. The publisher wrote the synopsis on the back of the other books. I wrote this synopsis. Hellraiser Honeys 3. Vita and Tia are back like never before against all odds. They flee the United States and are now on the run abroad. The UK is their first stop. A high-powered manhunt is underway, led by the bloodthirsty FBI agents who want them captured at any cost, dead or alive. With their backs against the wall and no one to trust, Vita and Tia do what they do best. They stand back to back and fight until the death. Back in DC, it's business as usual. Saratoga Avenue is a war zone and is at war with crews all over the city. The surviving Hellraiser Honeys find themselves in a world of trouble as well. Some fall victim to the streets and end up in a casket. Others find themselves on the run, like Purse, who finds herself in the Thomasville Heights area of Atlanta with her homie Marky. Purse and Marky take their Montana tourist ways to the Forest Cove apartments in southeast Atlanta. Atlanta turns out to be more than they bargained for. Old secrets resurface, loyalties are tested, revenge is pursued at all costs. Hellraiser Honeys never die. It's death before dishonor to the caskets drop. This joint right here should be a movie. Oh, let me sign this for Sir. She bought the whole series. 1, 2, and 3. All right, that's done deal. Now unless somebody in here tap in and they wanna get some they want an autograph copy. I got the Sharpie, I got the envelopes, they going out. I'm gonna roll me a J. You know how I do when I do my little interlude. Oh, I gotta check one thing. I put a new video up with an interview. I put a new interview up with an author and a journalist by the name of Angie Felder. Serious research person that really know what she's doing. Check the video out. It should be up right now if you haven't seen it yet. And now you know me. Oh, it's doing kind of good too. It's at 79 views in 19 minutes. It's called Criminal Minds. Angela Felder discusses hitmen and FBI secrets. See, that's that's another secret about this YouTube thing that I'm learning. V, you still there, V? Oh, let me see. Eyone Williams, that's my cash app. Now, why that just come out like that? I'm gonna order one Friday. Appreciate the love. Yes, sir. That sound fine. You gotta teach me how to write a book. All right, I got that. V, we got a politic. Peace from Pittsburgh. Shout out to Pittsburgh. David Johnson, salute, son. What's up, Dave? Yeah, so yo, it's 10 likes on that joint. That joint doing okay. 16 minutes. Then I got another piece to follow behind it. And the Panama story good too. Like I ain't do nothing but republish the full interview like the other big platforms do now. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna be putting all my little content out, put all my little content out, and then I'm done and I don't have no content. Shout out to my man, Big Bad Olean. He did a 10-year bid. They drive around and they pick they big pretty Benzes. Matter of fact, I'm about to start while I'm doing my live videos, I'm about to start streaming uncopyrighted original music from my young homies in the city that's on the grind that ain't really got that big buzz, but they got good music. I mean, when I say good music, I ain't talking about good music from me to you. I'm talking about this music that's buzzing in the street, whether we like it or not. I don't know about Mike, but I seen 100. Busy. They'll talk about Glizzy. They'll talk about life, doing life. Nigga went home. Forget about a nigga like Tone. Life through the phone. Nigga try to make parole. Nigga went home, acting like he know me. Like a homie. Long leg MDM. Yeah, talking about Potomac, nigga. Let's say soda. You ain't gotta say green, then you know it's Orleans. 40. Know you from the park when the nigga say oi. That nigga from the park. When the nigga say chop. Nigga, what about me? You hear what man tell him? I understand all the shit you say about you, but what about me? Shorty was talented, man. Long leg MDM. He said you only been out 120 days. And you said you was gonna make him pay the whole time. You know, nigga got straight to it, came home, got the big Porsche, the Tesla, put the record out, put the movie out, put the video out. He was getting down to business. You gonna leave all the other shit, man, you know, secret. How many times did they push it back? Anybody know the score to the Sugar Bowl, man? I kind of like left that alone, bro. I know you're upset, and you should be upset. They're busting nigga melon. Talked to Lil man, yeah, 2 days ago up north, up 21st. He must have thought I was fat Dion. He kept saying, cat out Dion. I said, nah, man, uptown Eon, man. Then I got a stalker. Oh yeah, I ain't bring y'all up. I ain't put y'all on point about the stalker. So y'all know me, I'm a law library dude. I went and filed the appeal. I went and filed the appeal to the frivolous stuff that they talking. I ain't had to go downtown. I ain't even had to go downtown. So they think they scored. They only scored because I ain't take them serious. But in about 2 more weeks, when they had the other hearing, I'm gonna bat it out the water, and then it's gonna be real. It's gonna be real freedom of speech. It's gonna be some real First Amendment freedom of speech situations going on. I should have went to get something to eat. They say it's gonna be $1 million for every time they put shout out to all this on ENT. I gotta get uptown Harlem in my mind. Oh, I gotta correct this other thing. They keep on putting a block on the streaming. Oh, Rihanna. When we went to Barbados, we drove to Rihanna's neighborhood. They got a lot of people outside, like it's like a tourist attraction. Bust a nigga melon. They said 46, ain't nobody tapped in, man. I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna go and pack the rest of these books up. Catch y'all when y'all more active.